The Braves are now about 3 weeks from opening day. There are some concerns like the health of Freddie Freeman and whether he will have issues with his elbow throughout the season. But for the most part, the questions they have are good ones, like who will play third base, how the team will fill the third outfield spot, and who will round out the rotation. These are all what you would say good problems to have, however, as there are options. Both Austin Riley and Johan Camargo are off to great starts at the plate for spring training. The thought coming into camp was that Camargo was the favorite, with Riley perhaps needing more time in AAA. But Riley has come to spring training on a mission. He's hitting the ball really well, and the lure of having a power bat like Riley's in the lineup is tempting. They needed another power hitter behind Marcell Ozuna, and Riley showed last year when he first came up what he can do in hitting home runs. But Camargo never deserved to lose the job in the first place, and he is also making a great case to get his job back at third base. As for the outfield, manager Brian Snitker must decide what to do in that outfield. We know that Ronald Acuna and Ozuna will fill 2 of the spots every day, but will Snitker go with Ender Inciarte in center field and put Acuna in right field, or will he have a platoon in right field with Nick Markakis and Adam Duvall with Acuna playing center field? Lineup construction may come into play here, and it's tied to whoever wins the third base job. As for the rotation, with Cole Hamels out until perhaps late May or even June, it looks like Sean Newcomb and Felix Hernandez have the edge for the last 2 rotation spots. But don't count out Kyle Wright. He has been one of the players talked about the most in camp. Wright made a change to his delivery, bringing his left leg back just a tad, and his command has been great so far this spring. Wright's 24, so it's time for him to take that next step. Is this a team that looks like a slam dunk repeat of last year's squad, which won 97 games in the regular season? Well, maybe not yet, as we must see if Ozuna can replace Josh Johnson, and we must see what production they do get from third base and that third outfield spot. But we know the bullpen is drastically improved from last season, both when the season started last March and when it ended in October. This is the first time in years we've not had many issues with the Braves bullpen going into a season. So if all the things fall into place and if this team stays healthy, yes, it has the potential to be just as good as last year. But as we all know, it's a long way to October, and that's what will define the Braves 2020 season. Not what happens March through September, but for a team that hasn't won a playoff series in 19 years, it will be all about October. And to get to that point, the Braves are off to a great start in spring training.